Hi. I think I'm live on YouTube right now. Give me like 2 seconds and I'll be like live on Facebook as well. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, now I'm just checking whether I'm live on Facebook as well. Hi everyone on YouTube. Hi. Yes. Okay, so we're now live both on Facebook dan juga di YouTube. Assalamualaikum. I really did not imagine I'll be back on Friday because this entire week has been like, a ride for me dari hari Sabtu lepas. So, selamat pagi dan I know I'm a bit late today. Maafkan saya. I mean, this place, dia macam tak ada macam dah lama tak kerja kan. Macam like, alamak, nak kena restart baru, nak kena test mic, nak kena test sound, nak kena test technical. Dan hari ini, saya kembali online untuk Fiza O and Girlfriends. And I feel like, tengok. Baru start show, screen hilang tadi. Memang tadi baca terangnya macam like, Ja, you're back. Jangan tekan ni. Can we have a shockproof TV once we... Nak betulkan ni. Okay. My TV just like boom. So, selamat pagi dan terima kasih pada semua yang sedang watching me live. So, mungkin ada yang terperanjat, Fiza, wow, Fiza is back. 11 pagi, pukul 3.30 petang. So, saya 3.30 petang selalunya pada 2 minggu lepas kerana HBL, Home Based Learning. Tapi hari ini, I'm back at my normal timing, 11 o'clock. Pada pagi ini dan saya rasa kalau anda yang menonton saya live di Facebook, terima kasih banyak-banyak. Saya sarankan untuk anda subscribe saya di YouTube sebab kawan-kawan di YouTube yang sedang hantarkan komen, hello Nurul, hello Roscoe, the followers di YouTube, anda lah yang pertama yang akan dapat notification the moment I go live. Sebab di YouTube saya kalau pergi live 3 pagi ke 2 pagi ke 7 malam ke, awak akan dapat that notification. Fiza O is now live. Jadi kalau pada hari-harinya yang mungkin saya mungkin tukar waktu, lewat sedikit, awal sedikit, anda lah yang akan dapatkan the first notification. So how has your day been? Bagaimanakah sejauh ini, minggu ini untuk anda? Kita reflect, kita fikirkan, wow, what a week. What a day. What a Thursday kan. Minggu ini adalah minggu yang membimbangkan untuk ramai kawan-kawan yang mungkin bukan saja di Singapura tapi juga di Malaysia. Jumlah kes-kes COVID-19 meningkat yang telah pun melepasi 7,000 orang. Dan kalau kita lihat di Singapura juga, itu adalah antara kebimbangan kita. Dan apa yang membuat ramai terperanjat semalam bila polling ni terkeluar. And I'm sure you've heard about it. Saya ternampak polling ini pada, saya rasa sebelum saya tidur. Dan waktu tu saya baru pulang dari, sebab anak saya kurang sihat, saya telah pun upload di social media saya. So hari Khamis, waktu pagi, saya terima kiriman teks dari orang yang dekat dengan saya, yang rapat dengan saya, yang tanyakan pada saya kalau saya, am I aware of this? And I'm like, yes, I actually saw it and I'm aware of this. Kenapa Okay, sekejap. Getting things right. Okay, ni dia. Polling ni. So, mungkin ramai yang dah nampak polling ni di beberapa social media para asatiza yang berang, yang very disappointed adanya polling sebegini di aplikasi yang telah pun didedahkan oleh CNA pada pagi ini. Dan this is a screenshot is going around. 245 people voted. Actually dah lebih 1,000 orang yang telah pun mengambil bahagian untuk mengundi polling lucah ini. Dan kalau dan ni adalah ni dah banyak censored Dia punya tajuk polling pun dah censored kan. Dan sebenarnya tajuk pollingnya adalah, you will see it later on. Saya ada tajuk pollingnya sebentar nanti. So pihak CNA telah pun mengatakan bahawa IMDA telah pun meminta aplikasi ini untuk memadamkan polling ini sekiranya masih lagi ada platform mereka. Dan so today telah pun berkongsi tentang apakah yang telah berkongsi oleh Presiden kita, Presiden Halimah, tentang online polling yang lucah ini. Dan of course our queen, Presiden Halimah telah pun mengatakan bahawa ini adalah sesuatu yang kita perlu untuk ambil serius. So selamat pagi sekali lagi. Waalaikumsalam pada semua. Dan hi Fiza tengah like and share ni. Terima kasih Fiza. Syafakallah to all your boys. Semoga your boys sihat kembali. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Terima kasih, dan saya sebenarnya tersentuh sebab ramai kawan-kawan yang sebenarnya sedang like and share video saya sebelum pun saya mengajak anda untuk kongsi video ini. So thank you so much semua kawan-kawan di Facebook yang sedang tinggalkan komen, memberikan reaction atau reaksi dan sharing video saya yang live hari ini. Terima kasih banyak. Keep on sharing. Dan kawan-kawan di YouTube live saya, terima kasih yang telah pun subscribe, yang telah pun tekan button notifikasi yang sedang watching saya live sekarang ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Dari Anastasia, ada Nurhaya, Sinuna, Ubi Death Metal dari Malaysia. Waalaikumsalam. Dan of course, banyak lagi yang saya akan kongsi sebentar nanti. Saya mengharapkan saya akan menembual seorang peguam dari IRB Law nanti, iaitu Syafiqah, yang akan terangkan apakah sebenarnya what are the scope of sexual harassment. Sebab kadang-kadang awak terfikir, wait, did that happen to me? Okay, adakah itu tergolong dalam kategori gangguan seksual? Adakah itu lucah? Adakah saya like, do you experience it? Kadang-kadang awak tak tahu kan, you're in a blur of things. Dan kalau itu berlaku pada anda dan awak nak dapatkan bantuan, bagaimana? So saya dapatkan seorang peguam wanita untuk kongsi dengan kami hari ini. Apakah langkah seterusnya? What's your next step if you're like experiencing it? Dan cerita-cerita yang saya terima menerusi DM saya istighfar, ada antaranya yang saya ternangis bila baca setengah jalan sebab rasa geramnya untuk seseorang mangsa untuk luahkan perasaan, untuk dapatkan orang untuk mendengar ceritanya. I just really felt a struggle. Anyway, cerita-cerita ini akan saya kongsi dengan anda sekejap lagi dalam, of course, FIZA O and Girlfriends. Ini adalah antara perkongsian. Hello? Is it okay? Dia termati. So I'm not sure whether the screen is still showing. It's still showing, okay. So ini adalah, of course, that famous posting daripada Presiden Singapura, dan juga antara artikel-artikel telah pun yang telah pun media-media Singapura secara berleluasa berkongsi tentang hal ini. Dan saya juga sebenarnya mengharapkan untuk menemu bual antara mungkin para asatiza yang terlibat dalam polling tersebut. Berikan sedikit masa sebab dari semalam sebenarnya juga hari ini dan waktu saat ini saya sedang mendapatkan some arrangements untuk kalau saya dapat bertanyakan pada mereka apakah yang mereka sedang lalui, apakah yang mereka sedang rasakan, dan sekiranya saya tak dapat menghubungi mereka, saya telah mendapatkan beberapa screenshot dari social media mereka untuk saya kongsi dengan anda antara perjalanan mereka, apakah antara perasaan mereka yang terbungkam menjadi antara mangsa untuk polling lucah ini. Dan juga bukan setakat polling lucah, tapi mungkin apakah antara lagi gangguan-gangguan mereka terima yang mereka pendam dan mereka mungkin tak berani untuk suarakan, kan? That's another thing, kan? Dan ramai wanita juga yang ke depan untuk berkongsi dengan saya. Ada yang letakkan di Facebook saya, di wall saya, ya, mereka terbuka untuk berkongsi. Mungkin dah lama bertahun pendam dan mereka rasa okay, this is the time for me to share it out. Ada yang saya ternampak dan terbaca dan saya telah pun screenshot untuk berkongsi dengan anda nanti. Dan juga apakah antara sebenarnya yang menyedihkan adalah reaksi sesetengah lelaki di Facebook saya yang juga telah pun saya screenshot dan saya akan kongsi dengan anda sebentar nanti. We need allies in this. We need men to step up untuk tahu bahawa ini adalah salah, untuk mereka tahu bahawa look, it's not a joke, it's not right. Dan saya telah berkongsi di Instagram saya rasa, dan juga di Twitter semalam bahawa it's not nice untuk kita normalize, untuk kita kata okay dan untuk menjadikan locker room talk sesuatu yang normal untuk lelaki melepaskan kata-kata lucah, kesat, geram terhadap wanita sebegitu dan dianggap sebagai normal. Oh, boys will be boys. They're just kidding. Jadi ramai sangat wanita-wanita yang berkongsi sebenarnya ada seorang wanita yang mengatakan, Fiza, this is exactly what my ex-husband was. Beliau katanya geram sangat. Dia akan menceritakan pada saya betapa dia geramkan sangat dengan isteri pada kawan dia. So pada mulanya saya rasa, okay lah, mungkin is this a regular man thing? Adakah ini perkara biasa untuk lelaki? Sebab saya bukan lelaki. Saya ingat mungkin this is a man thing. Bila saya dah bercerai dengan dia, barulah saya sedar bahawa no, that is not normal. Ini bukan perkara lelaki yang biasa. Dan saya nak kongsi dengan anda, Fiza. Jadi banyak sangat cerita-cerita ini yang saya nak kongsi dengan anda pada hari ini. Tapi sebelum saya buat panggilan, sebelum apa-apa, saya nak ucapkan terima kasih hari ini. Fiza O and Girlfriends dibawakan khas untuk anda oleh ejen saya, ejen Azhar Sulaiman. Ejen Azhar Sulaiman, terima kasih kepada Ejen Azhar Sulaiman yang dari permulaan lagi sebelum saya pun berhenti kerja sebenarnya, beliau begitu yakin dengan talk show yang saya ingin terbitkan, iaitu Untuk Wanita. Dan thank you for being online, on board with this. Dan saya akan hubungi ejen saya Azhar Sulaiman sekarang ini dalam Fiza O and Girlfriends.
Tengok dia, penampilan kau sepenuhnya. Setiap langkah bertenaga, semua tengah-tengah melihatnya. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Let's get ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Girlfriends. Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Girlfriends, girlfriends. Sekarang tak macam dulu, biar semua orang tahu cerita benar berlaku. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Let's get ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Girlfriends. Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Girlfriends.
Alright, selamat kembali ke Fiza O and Girlfriends. Dan hari ini tentunya Fiza O and Girlfriends ditaja oleh ejen Azhar Sulaiman. Hai Azhar, apa khabar Azhar?
Hello semua, khabar baik. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam Azhar. Dan saya dapat tahu bahawa Monday, hari Isnin akan datang ini, berarti 31 Mei ini adalah the last cut off time and date untuk sesuatu yang amat penting. So this is the golden hour sekarang ini. Dari sekarang sampai hari Isnin 11.59 pagi ke malam. Malam. So let us know kenapakah mereka yang merupakan young couples ke first timer ke, this is the time untuk anda betul-betul be aware of.
Yes, pasal to me I strongly recommend pada young couples yang baru kahwin and all that to apply for BTO if you have the time. Pasal I think that is when you get your first pot of gold, where macam jump start everything lah. Pasal kalau beli rumah resale ada chance maybe nanti jual rumah tu tak ada untung, tapi beli BTO insyaAllah very likely ada untung. Untung dia pun quite lumayan lah. So best to apply for it. Monday dengan closing date pukul 11.59 malam. Of course ada 4 town out there, ada daripada Bukit Merah, McPherson, Woodlands and Tengah.
Oh, so ada 4 kawasan yang
empat estate, correct.
4 estate yang terbuka untuk BTO application sekarang ni. So you actually said something like, oh, you be working towards your first pot of gold then for this couples yang akan apply untuk BTO. What do you mean?
First part of gold. So basically, let's say you dah tunggu rumah tu lepas 5 tahun you dapat kunci, dan you tinggal 5 tahun there. So total 10 tahun kan. Bila 10 tahun ni you jual that house, then you will dapat keuntungan yang quite high, easily more than 100,000 cash in hand. That's where you dengar macam that people pot of gold, first pot of gold. Yeah, this is the thing lah. So I think it's for me lah. I feel it's an entitlement to Singaporean to buy to take advantage of this lah. Pasal kita
Yeah.
boleh beli BTO 2 kali je.
I see, I see. Jadi ini adalah satu investment untuk masa akan datang kalau anda pandai untuk gunakan untuk
Correct.
investment akan datang anda. Dan ini adalah nombor Azhar. Azhar ni dia really, kata orang tu on the ball. Dia macam like, yes, ask me questions and I can answer like immediately. 900-444-8 Ia adalah talian Azhar. Dan sebenarnya saya akan juga link pada anda di caption Facebook saya untuk anda terus directed to Azhar's WhatsApp. Anda boleh voice call tak? Ke hantar teks?
Boleh.
Voice note, hantar
WhatsApp pun boleh, voice note pun boleh, apa-apalah.
Right? Kadang-kadang ni macam-macam. Kadang-kadang kita berbincang dengan pasangan, dengan partner, dengan tunang ke, dengan mak bapak ke, 3 pagi, 2 pagi kan. So kadang-kadang terlupa. So we just leave Azhar voice note. Dia akan get back to you the next day. The next working morning dia akan cakap, okay, this is the answer and that's it. Dengan pantas, free consultation dengan agent Azhar Sulaiman. And one thing really good about agent Azhar is dia tak ada, there's no paksaan. He will not like macam, okay, so what's the, dia tak ada macam, okay, what's the dia macam very free and easy. Really want, kan Azhar? I have that vibe from you all the time.
So I'm not pushy, don't worry. Pasal kadang-kadang orang takut dengan agent pasal nanti kadang-kadang they corner them lah, they kena push lah. And for me, I don't like that lah. Pasal I also myself don't like people to do that to me. Jadi I pun tak buat to other people lah. So don't worry about me. If you don't want to sell, you just buat kira-kira, it's fine. Bukan every time I kira maknanya I nak jual your rumah, but yalah, so don't worry lah.
Yeah, don't worry lah. His handphone got a lot of numbers, got a lot of messages. Kadang-kadang tak perasan. Macam okay, dia takkan, he's not pushy at all. That's the best thing. So jangan lupa untuk hubungi agent Azhar Sulaiman. And don't forget, hari Isnin ini adalah the cut-off date untuk anda apply BTO anda. Dan awak tahu kan Azhar, bahawa hari ini sebenarnya saya secara spontan saya terfikir, okay, I need to do this. Hari ini topik adalah tentang polling yang lucah yang semalam yang viral. Dan ramai wanita yang telah pun kepada saya, yang telah pun berdepan dengan saya. Saya akan cuba hubungi Azhar semula. Azhar. So ramai wanita yang telah pun menghampiri saya untuk berkongsi ceritanya. Apakah mungkin mungkin Azhar ada mungkin sedikit ucapan ataupun perkongsian tentang hal ini?
The first time I heard about this is semalam. Actually, I saw our president punya post. I got a shock. I'm like, alamak, diorang ni macam, malukan masyarakat kita lah, to do this, to come out in the open, to do voting like this. I feel like, kesian sih kita ni masyarakat, we look down upon others and all that. Then I hope the culprit or the one yang buat all this kena really be identified and punished and repent lah. I feel, walau, imagine kalau your wife or your mother or your daughter kena this, it's so macam merepek gila itulah.
It's very disappointing.
Sedih sih for our own community. But yalah. And I hope those that is affected, the ustazah and all that, I hope to be strong, it will pass by. But yalah, hopefully they get identified and be punished lah for whatever they are doing. It's so wrong in many, many ways.
InsyaAllah, amin. Thank you so much Azhar for your time. Dan once again, nombor Azhar adalah nombor yang paling senang untuk kita hafal, 900-444-444-80. Terima kasih Azhar. Dan saya tahu awak tengah viewing di rumah orang sekarang ni.
Itulah.
Kalau call dia either dalam kenderaan untuk pergi ke rumah orang ataupun tengah viewing rumah orang. He's always very busy. Terima kasih Azhar, dan saya doakan semoga anda terus maju jaya. Terima kasih.
Amin. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam Azhar.
Fiza O and girlfriends. Fiza O and girlfriends. Ikut gaya cara baru to the top, no less. Alam baru, channel baru. Fiza O and girlfriends. Sesetiap langkah bertenaga, semua tenganga melihatnya. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Guess you're ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Girlfriends, girlfriends, sekarang tak macam dulu. Biar semua orang tahu cerita benar berlaku. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Guess you're ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends.
Alright, Fiza O and girlfriends, apa khabar semua? Selamat pagi. Banyak sangat kiriman-kiriman komen yang nampak di Facebook Live. So, I'm just gonna read them all. Hi Fiza, kata Siti Tia. So grateful untuk ada rancangan Fiza O and girlfriends. Thank you, kind sponsor Ejan Sulaiman. Well, that's very nice of you, Siti Tia. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Kata Has Fatin, Assalamualaikum Fiza. I heard that the people involved telah pun mula untuk dilaporkan. Okay, I'm not sure about this. How does this person have access to the list of religious teachers? That's very disrespectful for every woman. I found out, saya tahu bahawa 12 ustazah sebenarnya yang telah pun terlibat dalam polling lucah tersebut. Jadi saya difahamkan oleh seorang ustazah. So I'm contacting certain of the ustazahs who I'm not going to name who are they or who they are. Cuma sebab bila awak seorang mangsa, ramai yang bersimpati, tapi ada yang juga mengatakan akan mengatakan mungkin sebeginilah, dan bila awak dalam keadaan sedang sedih dan sedang overcoming so many things ni, anda, it's just so overwhelming untuk seorang wanita. Maka itulah, sebelum saya kongsi banyak lagi cerita-cerita yang saya terima, saya akan hubungi seorang lawyer dari IRB Law. Beliau bernama Syafiqah. Dan sebelum saya hubungi Syafiqah, kalau saya boleh berikan anda sedikit preview apa yang bakal saya kongsi, cerita-cerita yang telah saya terima sejauh ini. Salam Fiza, saya pernah disentuh oleh sepupu saya bila saya tinggal dengan nenek saya. Tak boleh beritahu sesiapa pun sebab sepupu saya tu pemata hati nenek saya juga makcik saya. Jadi cerita-cerita yang berbeza ini akan saya kongsi sebentar nanti. Sementara tu saya akan hubungi sekarang juga peguam kita pada pagi ini. Tuan Syed, try not to.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Okay. Assalamualaikum. I think it's better.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah, this is better. Sorry It's covering up.
No problem.
Okay. No, just now you tunjuk tu.
It's okay. Syed your pay this month is very questionable Syed
I sick what?
Then you don't come to work.
Then no need life lah.
Very bad my stuff Okay, I'm just gonna got the mic for a bit. Okay. Hi Syafiqah. Nak panggil Puan Syafiqah? Bagaimana? Lawyer Syafiqah.
Tak adalah. Just Syafiqah is good.
This is our lawyer today. Terima kasih Syafiqah for taking time to be with us today. Syafiqah Ahmad Fuad, Senior Associate IRB Law LLP. I am very grateful that you are taking time from your work to share with us a bit about today. And so I actually telah pun tanyakan a bit earlier, like what constitutes to sexual harassments, gangguan seksual. Ada yang mungkin perspektif like, okay, gangguan seksual adalah rape, adalah groping. But actually it's a very wide spectrum.
yeah, it's actually very wide case. Sexual harassment, there involves threatening, abusive, insulting words and behaviors or communication. So, kira kan kalau, for example, and sexual harassment meaning to say that if these words or insult comes in a sexual nature lah. So, such it comes in various natures, sebagai comments such as wah, okay, for example, if they make graphic or insulting sexual comments about you to your other co-workers, and then kalau you terdengar, and obviously it's very insulting kan, you're very distressed over it, so that may constitute as sexual harassment. So usually this there in some cases also macam groping, yeah, these are all comes under the umbrella of sexual harassments lah.
Contoh something light that you anggap macam orang yang anggap alah dia just kidding aje lah, but it's actually sexual harassment.
Yeah, I think that is quite common kan. So people make, especially in a group setting, people may just say, oh, dia ni gini-gini, or then it is insulting lah. Sometimes people be like, asal dia cakap gini? It's very macam you like terkejut, that kind of thing. So these are actually sexual natures. Comments that are made in sexual nature are sexually harassing, and that it should be actually pointed out lah. And that you should be aware that these comments should not be made, and that there are avenues for you to report such actions lah.
Because sometimes bila you terkena, dia macam bila you like you fell, kadang-kadang you tak rasa the pain, you because in shock.
Correct.
So I think for a sexual assault victim, sexual harassment victim, you don't know whether is that it yang I tengah that was being done towards me. Am I going through that kan? So how is a victim kadang-kadang boleh identify, oh, that just happened to me?
I think it's what is the behavior that make you feel macam tak sedap, or all these things that are said that makes you feel offended. Because certain things that they may point it out, dia ni pakai baju gini-gini, that is offensive kan?
The more you feel that way.
Yeah, it's how you make. It's how the comment makes you feel. Because sometimes, these people make comments. They think that it's a joke, but it's not. Because it's not appropriate in any situation to make such jokes in the first place.
Dan kalau mereka dah identify, okay, that's not appropriate and that's not nice, I don't feel safe. What do you suggest that they do next? And this is different context of different things, of different situations kan?
Okay, so it is in certain situations, you may wish to file a police report. You may also want to consult a lawyer, because then we can advise you if it's necessary, depending on the situations, right? Whether you need to file a magistrate's complaint, or even file a application under the Protection from Harassment Act, because certain things is not just one-off. Maybe it's things that has been berlaku after for a while already, or there are various ways lah. Sometimes it's through social media, through text. So as our job as lawyers is to analyze all these things and advise you accordingly to your situation. But that being said, apart from seeking legal help, I think one of the avenues that is important for these people is actually to get, sometimes they perlukan counselling.
Counselling, yes.
You may never know how these actions have a lasting impact on these people. So there are other organizations, I think Aware is one of them, that is available for us women to actually, seandainya if there's such things that you feel that you need help or counselling on, approach them. There are actually, I believe, a hotline for you to call them lah.
A lot of people akan takut macam, oh, nak call lawyer macam mana nak call lawyer like how do you help to assuage the feeling of like macam, or reduce the feeling of fear, ketakutan untuk mereka menghubungi people like yourself. But I think aware has been very quite
Correct.
helpful, not quite, very helpful,
Yeah.
and quite loud about
Yeah.
spreading awareness to women yang macam
Correct.
yang terima gangguan-gangguan yang
Betul.
serupa ini.
Betul.
Hmm.
I think first and foremost, I think sekarang with what is happening, it is a good thing. Although it is long overdue, I must say, it is about time that we create awareness to everyone that such behavior, such kelakuan should stop, and that there is no place in the community, in communication, to make such comments lah.
Mhm.
And then one way of moving forward is okay. I know a lot of people, they want cakap, alamak, tak nak jumpa lawyer nanti bayar mahal lah.
Mhm.
I would say for us at IRB, our first consultation is free. Please come and see us, have a talk to us. Kita tak makan, betul, kita baik je orangnya. So come and have a discussion with us. We will be able to consult and give the necessary help and advice on your matter. And also, if let's say you are still not comfortable, there are actually like I said, organizations or even family, I believe dekat community also you can approach, and they do have befrienders who are able to accompany you to make reports and all these things. So there are help.
If you're in a corporate setting at a workplace, and the thing is, a lot of women yang kongsi dengan cerita ni adalah wanita-wanita yang berlainan pekerjaan. Ada yang dari freelance, part-timer ke full-time staff. So, ada seorang part-timer di sebuah makanan segera Singapura mengatakan, "Hi Fiza, I tengah kerja di tempat, I was working here for a while, dan ada this manager sentuh-sentuh I. I'm going to share her cerita later on.
Sure.
Sentuh-sentuh I, dia kata. Dan bila I katakan dia stop it, dia kata, what are you going to do about it? So, I kata dengan dia, I will make a police report. Dia katakan, buatlah. I will do even more to
So
you.
brazen. Wow.
Yeah.
I think in that context, right, do file a police report and do seek legal help, because this is someone who you know, who's in your work setting, and also you may want to consider approaching your management lah dalam company you. I think
How
I
useful
understand
is
that.
HR in this matter?
Correct. Yes.
How useful
I
are
understand
they?
it when the useful. I think there is, kira kan macam ada, kadang-kadang orang takut kan nak pergi kat HR. First of all, orang takut kalau, what if they don't believe me?
Yeah.
Kalau orang tak percaya macam mana? Or what if I hilang pekerjaan? Okay. So in terms of if they don't believe, I think for those who are in the position of HR, and especially those who are sesiapa yang in the position where seorang victim comes to you to meluahkan dia punya perasaan kan, tentang I don't feel comfortable in it. I think you should first of all understand that it is very courageous. It takes a lot for these people to come to us to meluahkan perasaan mereka, because it's a very sensitive nature. And they should actually sesiapa kat dalam HR tu kena, I would urge them to investigate thoroughly and check and make sure that if it's betul true berlaku, then take the necessary actions lah. Tapi seandainya in the event that you actually end up losing your pekerjaan atau dibuang kerja, you can always make the necessary complaint dekat the ministry, MOM lah. There are avenues on that as well. So which is why I would suggest, if that situation always happens, also seek legal help, because we will able to advise you on the available recourse kepada mereka, what they can do.
Alright, thank you so much to our lawyer, Syafiqah Ahmad
Thank
Fuad,
you so much.
Senior Associate at IRB Law. Thank you so much for your time and sharing with us what can be done. Dan obviously there will be other things lah in different tempat kerja, different context, different stories, different age groups. this is such a big and wide topic of
It
discussion kan. Sebab itulah
It
saya
is.
rasa, as you said, Aware has been doing so much work over the years to help different kind of age of females, different spectrums of females. So terima kasih pada Syafiqah Ahmad Fuad for this
Thank
call.
you, Fiza, for having me
Yeah,
here.
thank you so much, babe. Dan Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
Take care.
Waalaikumsalam.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So many stories that I have yet to share dengan so many of you hari ini. So sekali lagi, selamat datang ke Fiza O and Girlfriends. Selamat pagi. Dah hampir tengah hari. Hari ini saya akhirnya boleh umumkan bahawa saya akan menghubungi salah seorang dari ustazah, asatizah yang terlibat, yang menjadi mangsa dalam polling lucah yang viral baru-baru ini, yang telah pun mendapatkan perhatian untuk mereka yang memulakan dan mereka yang bahagian untuk dipertanggungjawabkan, for them to be held accountable for their actions, and for us to know that this is not right, untuk lelaki, untuk this locker room talk to go on and continue, dan telah mencerobohi ke ruang privasi wanita-wanita ini. It's just not right at all. Kata Anastasia, salam Fiza, kita juga mesti tukar bagaimanakah kita membesarkan anak perempuan kita. We have to raise them to be strong so that they have confidence to stand up for themselves. Syazitan, these are all of my YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much to all of my YouTube subscribers. Terima kasih banyak yang sedang menonton saya live sekarang ni. If you haven't subscribed yet, please, if you really am supporting my YouTube journey, my digital talk show journey, I really appreciate it if you go on to my YouTube right now and subscribe and press the notification bell, jadi you akan dapat tahu whenever I go live. So thank you once again. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. So Syazitan, dia kata internally Fiza, there is a legal team in corporation. Kata anda Syazitan, I'm a part of HR, and for bigger organizations, HR will be your main source of support. Internally, there is a legal team in corporations to take this on with the employee. There could be a safe helpline to disclose such incidents without any implications on the victim, kata Syazitan. Syazitan, saya rasa saya setuju dengan anda. Tapi saya juga rasa saya tak begitu setuju dengan anda, because not all HR are like that. Ada kalanya, sebab tu saya dapat rasakan mengapakah begitu ramai sangat wanita yang mungkin katakan, why come out now? Kenapa nak ceritakan sekarang? Kenapa tak ceritakan waktu dia kena dulu tahun dia 10 tahun? Kenapa tak ceritakan dulu waktu dia kena 21 tahun? But I'm telling you, trauma is real. Dan saya ternampak sebenarnya banyak kiriman-kiriman cerita dari wanita-wanita yang percayakan saya dengan kiriman-kiriman anda. And for that, thank you, girlfriends, for sharing with me something so deep, so personal. Ada yang kata dengan saya, Fiza, saya tak pernah ceritakan pada sesiapa. Pada suami saya pun saya tak pernah ceritakan. Pada mak saya pun saya tak pernah ceritakan. Saya ceritakan pada anda, Fiza. Can you imagine the kind of, how I feel, bagaimana saya rasakan untuk saya dapat terima kiriman cerita anda sebegini. So anyway, cerita ni, this is WhatsApp yang baru sampai. Hi Fiza, just seeing your Facebook post about molestation brings back nightmares. I was about 5 years old. I went shopping at Emporium Katong then. It existed about 30 years ago. And while I stood behind my auntie to pick out an item, her bag was to me, so that her bag was to me, so she couldn't see me for less than a minute. So other middle-aged Mak Rocker ni was walking between us. Lepas tu, dia sentuh dada saya. Saya terperanjat. And before I could react, dia buat lagi. Dia jalan, dia buat lagi. So between fear and panic and knowing that it was wrong, I kept shut. He made me feel guilty, and he made me feel very dirty that I was at fault for being out of my auntie's sight, therefore creating an opportunity for him. Untuk saya, kerana saya yang pandai-pandai menjauhkan diri saya dari makcik saya. Sebab itulah saya terkena. So, when we went to the cashier, he passed us one last time. Anda katakan, he passed us one last time. Okay, sekejap saya baca lagi He passed us one last time and he put his index finger to his mouth. Astaghfirullahalazim. I'm reading this for the first time dengan all of you. Okay. So, bila kita pergi cashier, dia tahu. I belum bagi tahu aunty I lagi tahu. So, he passed us one last time and he put his index finger to his mouth, asking me to do that. I held on to that untuk 10 tahun and I thought this secret will die with me. So my then boyfriend was the first person I shared when I turned 21. My parents only knew it when I turned 32. Walaupun berpuluh tahun dah berlalu, it still feels like yesterday that I was molested. My late auntie never knew anything, as I feel that telling her would just add guilt onto her for not taking good care of me. Thank you so much for sharing with me your story. I really have no words. Thank you sebab percayakan saya bila saya katakan I want to make this as a very safe space untuk anda yang nak kongsi cerita-cerita anda yang sebelum ini anda rasa segan ataupun takut untuk kongsi bersama dengan saya. So many more screenshots yang saya nak kongsi dengan anda sebentar nanti, yang saya tak sabar untuk berkongsi dengan anda, get your thoughts about it, get your feeling about it. Terima kasih pada Fazlina Latif, very active on my Facebook. I see you, girlfriend, and I'm appreciative. Awak katakan 17 Fiza, not 17. I apologise. Jumlah tersebut saya dapatkan dari salah seorang asatizah tersebut. Mungkin saya tersalah lihat. Saya, I stand corrected. Terima kasih atas perkongsian anda. Dan untuk yang lain yang nak teruskan komen-komen anda di Facebook Live, terima kasih, keep on sharing. Terima kasih untuk komen-komen anda juga di Facebook Live dan juga di YouTube Live saya yang tengah subscribe, dan banyak lagi cerita-cerita. And I'll be back selepas ini.
Tengok dia, penampilan kau sepenuhnya. Setiap langkah bertenaga, semua tengah melihatnya. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Cause you're ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Girlfriends, sekarang tak macam dulu. Biar semua orang tahu cerita benar berlaku. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Cause you're ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends, girlfriends. Fiza O and girlfriends, Fiza O and girlfriends. Ikut gaya cara baru to the top, no less. Alam baru, channel baru, Fiza O and girlfriends. Fiza O, Fiza O, Fiza O and girlfriends. Fiza, Fiza O, Fiza O, Fiza O and girlfriends. Fiza O, Fiza O, Fiza O and girlfriends. Fiza, Fiza O, Fiza O, Fiza O and girlfriends. Ikut gaya cara baru to the top, no less. Alam baru, channel baru, Fiza O and girlfriends.
Hai Fiza O and girlfriends, saya Taufik Batisa ingin mengucapkan Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri, maaf zahir dan batin. Hanya ku sampaikan doa dan kiriman tulus ikhlas. Dari jauh ku pohonkan ampun maaf.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and welcome back to Fiza O and Girlfriends. Thank you so much pada semua yang menonton saya dari awal tadi, dan I'm sure you know that saya bukan setakat menjadi pengacara untuk rancangan saya sendiri, tapi juga saya adalah seorang producer, so basically saya penerbit juga untuk rancangan saya. So as we like talking and I'm doing so many things, I'm actually contacting so many people at the same time. Terima kasih for all of your support. Saya nampak di YouTube, saya nampak di Facebook. Terima kasih banyak-banyak Yani, Zarus, Shida. Salam Fiza, thank you for this live today. Thank you Shida. Just a very simple text like that means so much to me. You girls, thank you so much. Dan juga untuk semua wanita dan juga semua lelaki yang menonton saya live sekarang ini, terima kasih banyak-banyak bros. Thank you. And please do know that your support, your allyship in this is very important, sebab untuk dapatkan sokongan dari kaum lelaki untuk memahami bahawa this trauma is real, this pain is real, anda dapat membantu kita dengan lebih baik lagi. Dan saya pasti juga ramai antara anda lelaki yang kalau awak awak ada kawan-kawan perempuan, anda ada ramai, mungkin anda semua lelaki ada mak, dan anda yang ada isteri, dan saya pasti anda akan rasa marah, kecewa, geram kalau ini berlaku pada orang yang anda sayangkan. So kiriman dari seorang lelaki kata, Saiful Bakri di YouTube saya. Salam Fiza, girlfriends and men friends. Good topic Fiza today, and I hope it gives us all awareness. Terima kasih Saiful Bakri for your text over here di YouTube saya. I really appreciate it bro. Semalam, okay, so this is interesting. Semalam, okay, so tadi saya nampak dari kiriman Fazlina yang kongsi dengan saya. Dan kenapa saya kata allyship dari lelaki tu penting sekali adalah bila kita bersuara tentang perkara yang buruk yang berlaku pada kita, and we have people like this doubting us ataupun memperlekehkan hal sebegini. How do you feel kalau ini berlaku pada isteri anda, orang anda kenal, anak anda, adik-beradik anda, adik perempuan anda, dan people just memperlekehkan, play down on your pain. So I saw this on my di Facebook saya, terpampang. Kak, pasal negeri kena bom tu okey ke? Tanya je, itulah senyap je. So I'm like, if you follow me on my social media, you have seen me reposting on these issues. But now the point is, why? Why do you come out and say this? And thankfully, another girlfriend said this. Korang ni forever is sharing about whataboutism, which is kalau kita cakap pasal isu gangguan seksual, why are you bringing in other things? Does it trivialize the issue that we're discussing right now? So thank you to women who are supporting other women. Thank you to the men who are supporting and talking about this issue and trying untuk buat lebih ramai lagi wanita juga lelaki faham tentang trauma, the real trauma that is faced by women. Dan kenapa saya katakan this trauma is real? These stories, can you imagine if these stories is actually shared by someone that you love? Let me just show you one more. Hi Fiza. This is a real story about another young girl. She says that my uncle massaged my back and when I was in my teens. Sebab dia kata, nanti lebih senang lagi untuk uzur. My uncle kata. And I didn't tell anyone at that time because I was just 16 or 17 at that time, and I was too scared to tell my parents. Can you imagine the fear, the embarrassment that this victim goes through? Padahal bukan dia yang salah tau, dia mangsa, but she's made to feel the shame, she's made to feel the pain. Kata Shida, because the trauma is real, you would want that to happen to your kids, anak saudara? No, none at all. Thank you Shida. And right now, this is what I am so grateful to be able to have. Right now, sekarang ni juga saya Fiza O akan menemu bual. Saya akan menghubungi salah seorang asatiza, salah seorang ustazah yang menjadi mangsa polling lucah yang telah pun viral dan telah pun muncul di beberapa akhbar, di kebanyakan akhbar atau semua akhbar-akhbar Singapura. Kita hubungi Ustazah Siti.
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, Ustazah Siti.
Alhamdulillah.
First and foremost, I
Sorry,
ucapkan
macam nervous sikit.
No, please. You have every right to be nervous because this call obviously is a last minute arrangement because it just happened baru semalam kan. Lepas tu ramai antara ustazah yang saya cuba untuk hubungi kata, Fiza, I minta maaf. You girls are just so baik sangat. Fiza minta maaf, saya baru pulang dari stesen polis dan membuat laporan. It's been very overwhelming. So for yourself, Ustazah Siti, I am just not giving her full name or her real name. I'm giving a very generic name, Ustazah Siti, for her privacy, because privacy is what you want and need at this point of time. I'm sure you're very overwhelmed right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I am feeling very overwhelmed, to be honest. Like, especially after I got to know what is going on. Like, I when I got the message from one of my friends who happens to be one of the victims as well, like it was during the Vesak Day public holiday lah.
Oh, Rabu
I
tu.
was hari Rabu. We got to know it on Wednesday, and I was so shocked that I didn't know how to react. Like, I really tak tahu macam mana nak react. Like, I was going through this whole macam emotional turmoil kat dalam. You know, like I didn't know how I nak marah pun tak tahu macam mana, nak nangis pun tak tahu macam mana, you know. Everything is kind of like, you know, boiled into one emotion to the point where like I had to, like, you know, sort of like numb myself for a little while. Yeah.
Anda tak
then,
beritahu sesiapa waktu tu?
At that point of time, saya tak bilang siapa-siapa lah. And when I got to know the news pun, macam time tu I had guests coming to visit my parents, you know. So at that point of time pun memang it wasn't the best time for me to tell what is going on, and I had to keep it to myself for a couple of hours lah. But what I know is that I remembered I told one of my very close friends lah that this is happening, and I time tu macam mana macam I feel very helpless, you know. Macam I really don't know nak buat apa, tak tahu nak buat apa, nak tak tahu nak pergi kat siapa pun, you know. Like the first thing that came to mind was, okay, report police, but what would I say, you know, nak cakap apa. Saya tak, like, I don't have any evidence to back up my story. I mean, right now I know that, you know, the case is currently being investigated by the police, and even, you know, Muiz is has lodged their own police report on this as well, and is currently being investigated lah. But still, macam at that point of time, you know, I just feel so helpless lah. And then thankfully, like, alhamdulillah, one of ada asatiza Ustazah Liana Musfira, she approached me, and then she started this victim, what do you call it, victim support group, and we actually kita panggil lah siapa-siapa yang victims of this case.
How many of you are in this polling?
Alamak, tak ingat lah. Actually banyak. I don't remember exactly how much lah, but there's about like there's about like almost like 20 of us in the group. Yeah, almost lah. I really tak ingat berapa banyak lah, but there's about 20 of us in the group, and we sort of, you know, I mean, I am so grateful that Ustazah Liana is doing this, because macam for me,
You just
this is my
paralyzed
first time.
with
Yeah. I'm so paralyzed with
Yeah.
everything that is been going on, and I really don't know what to do, and I'm so helpless at
Yeah.
that point of time lah. So yeah, when she approached me, and then we sort of like gather the other victims as well. You know, we sort of like, not only we gather more things to help us with the case, but also we sort of like, you know, had this sort of like a community where we can confide each other. You know,
Because
yeah.
sometimes one of the things that makes people takut untuk nak bersuara adalah you tak nak nanti cerita tu kena balik kat you balik. Macam like pasal kau buat ni lah. Ya ke? Ya ke dia buat gitu? Bila because
Yeah.
you are already so traumatized dengan that kind of invasion, and bila orang macam mempersoalkan your credibility, you feel like, oh, is it worth it to come forward?
Yeah, I think there are also macam certain individuals who are not willing to let themselves out because they are scared. You know, they are scared. They are scared due to like very personal reasons lah, which we also need to understand that at the end of the day, the people who are the most affected are the ones who are suffering. Even right now, I can say that I am suffering internally. Even though, like, you know, macam dari luar nampak macam biasa, but you know, like, you don't know what is going on inside, and you don't know what is going on inside their head, inside their minds. You know, it's to the point where I am so scared to even go out of my house. I
Right
am so
now.
scared, Fiza. I am so scared. And when I got to know when I got to know what is happening, the first thing that I had in mind is I deactivated my Facebook account. That is how scared I am.
And you
You
deactivated
know?
it on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly after I just tak tahu lah, macam dia punya takut dia rasa macam semacam tau, and oh my god, I'm tengah Google form. Sorry.
No, you have every right to feel this way.
Okay.
Once again, I'm very thankful that you are okay for me to even, give you this call.
No, it's fine.
Thank you.
I think for me, it's like I just want to come up with my version of the story so that people know that this is something that is not a laughing matter at all. It
Yeah.
is really affecting me as a person. Like, I really don't know how to, like, move on from this. I really don't. I am trying to stay strong for the sake of my family, and it is so hard. It is not something that should be taken lightly. It's really it's really not something that, it's not even a laughing matter at this point. At the end of the day, we are humans, we are weak, and I am at the most vulnerable state in my life right now. And I think for me is that, like, when the people around you are victims of sexual harassment, the least you can do is be kind with your words. Like, ask them how they are feeling, call them, ask them how they are feeling, how is everything, and give them the support that they actually need. And I don't stand against victim blaming at all. It's not our fault. We don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen to anyone, really. Like, I've never ever thought in my whole life that this would happen to me. And my photos and my personal photos that I put up online has been exploited by these people. Like, never have I thought this would
How was
happen.
this? How many photos of you were shared on this app?
To be honest, I really don't
You don't
know
even want to
how
see.
it went into the app in the first place. Like, what I know is that when I got the message, I just, like, I was really very, very shocked. Yeah.
Okay, I So I saw certain IG stories from non-private Instagram accounts. Okay, I'm just going to be sharing on screen. I mean, we're just talking right now, kan? So one of it is was shared. It was under the category of awet tudung. Padahal it's like, you know, it's an gambar-gambar ustazah, and I do not know how they could macam mana dia dapat gambar-gambar private and personal that's uploaded on their iCloud. So this photo, dia kata, was a screenshot of my very innocent vlog that I took during my summer break 2017 in Singapore, and never posted anywhere except I transferred it to my MacBook, and the vlog was made solely for my own eyes, but now many people has seen it. I've been wearing my tudung since I was a child, and this is the first time anyone has seen me without my tudung, and I cannot believe it. I saw this on another. I didn't get that. I saw that on one of my one of the IG stories. Did any one of the ustazah also face the same thing? Gambar-gambar yang tak pernah upload kat social media, did they share in the group chat? Like they are wondering, macam mana digunakan untuk ni?
Itu saya, to be honest, saya tak berapa pasti lah. I really am not
So that,
sure about
by the way,
that.
I need to reiterate, that was not one of the ustazah, that was one of the other ladies that came forward. Because bila cerita dah terbongkar, lagi ramai lagi perempuan-perempuan yang lain yang bukan dalam polling ni yang datang ke depan dan cakap, okay, this is my experience, what I went through as well. So so now we question like, these perpetrators, why? And untuk lebih 1,005 orang to be taking part in this polling, so selepas you dah deactivate your Facebook Rabu, Siti, do you find the keberanian to explain everything to tell your
For now, I sort of like I only told my mum about this lah. My mum only is the only person who knows about this. I haven't told my dad yet due to personal reasons lah. Yeah, like for me, like right now, my focus is to heal myself first.
Yeah.
And to, you know, get that sort of courage for me to lodge a report as well, because I think after you know the past 2 days, it has been so overwhelming for me that I don't even, you know, have the energy to like go to the police station and lodge a report for now. Yeah, but I like I said lah, I'm just focusing on myself and focusing on, you know, my steps to heal, and yeah.
The fact that you also now are in this macam Ustazah Liana that has gathered, you know, all of you to come together for this, do you feel less alone knowing that there are others?
Yeah, definitely. I don't feel as, you know, as helpless as I experienced on when I first gotten the news. Like when I first got the news, it's really macam mana macam I had like a mental breakdown that day. You know, like macam like everything macam I tak tahu lah, macam it's to the point where like, you know, you can't even think straight. You know. So when after Ustazah Liana approached me and we had this group, you know, I sort of have some sort of like a direction to where I should go next and what I should do next.
How many of you have been to the police to make your report?
For me, I haven't yet. Like I said just now,
Yang lain?
I am still yang lain. itu saya
Belum tahu.
I'm not very sure about it lah. But for me personally, I am still trying to find the courage
Of course.
for me to go and lodge my own personal report as well. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what would be your biggest fear selain daripada you tengah gathering your thoughts, you tengah taking steps to calm yourself, to calm yourself, step by step. What would be another penghalang? Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just like right now I'm just scared of everything. Like I don't want to be like nobody should have gone through this in the first place, you know.
Yes.
Like nobody should. It's the fact that I know my worth and I know that I am worth more than my looks and I'm worth more than my body, and the fact that people don't see that is something that I am so disappointed and so angry about, you know. Yeah. And I am so scared that if this happen again, like what if this happen again to, you know, my future children, or, you know, to my other family members, you know, like nobody should have gone through this in the first place, because this is really it does something to you, Fiza. Like macam I really don't know how to explain this, but macam
Go
it
ahead.
really does something to you. Macam you just lost like a sort of trust with
People around.
everyone, you know. Macam for me memang I am very cautious with the people I macam
Interact with.
interact with. I'm already cautious on that part. But what more can I do to prevent this, you know? Like who would have thought that, you know, my pictures will be exploited like this? Like I didn't even expect this to happen, you know. So for me, that is like my biggest fear. Like I just don't want to. I don't want this episode to repeat itself again, and to repeat it to not only me but to also, like, you know, other women out there, because it is really something that is not okay, and it's never okay. And also, like, you know, there are reasons why, like, macam the other victims macam they choose not to, you know, come out and share their stories, you know. And I hope that the other media outlets will also understand that, because at the end of the day, we are humans, you know, and some of us may not be as strong as the others to actually talk about this yet. Maybe someday, you know, they will come out and they will talk about it, but macam, you know, maybe some might actually talk about it when they are actually okay with it, you know. And I really hope that, you know, there are other people macam tak mau, jangan terlalu macam, you know, paksa sangat kenapa tak nak cakap, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are going through this, and they are the ones who are facing the, like, you know, the hardest thing, the hardest, they are facing the macam paling susah lah, paling they are in the place where they are like really macam paling susah, you know. So macam, like, those who like I said, like those who know anyone who is going through this, like, please just support them, and, you know, be kind, and
Be kind.
be there for them. Like, I think for me, like, the biggest takeaway is that just be kind. Like, be kind with your words, be kind with your actions, you know. Jangan macam, like, you know, sometimes people think that this is a joke, but it's not.
It's not.
Not a joke. It's never a joke.
I don't know how people could ever think it's a joke, sebab it's not a joke at all. But in any case, ada orang boleh terfikir it's a joke. I don't know what else to say lah. I really have no words. I really have no words. Ustazah Siti, I everyone recovers. Everyone does not fully heal, but take baby steps to heal at their own pace and at their own space and time. And I truly, truly hope that the support that you need, you have it.
Yeah.
In all
Thank you.
aspects, on your terms. It's, as I said, I think and I agree with you when you said that when you need to do a report, it's on your own terms. Because sometimes when you talk to someone and you walk through someone your pain again, you teringat balik and it just affects you from continue your daily life, from continue what's normal to you.
Yeah.
And ada yang katakan so kata Nur Ashikin, it's never a joke when it comes to harassing, and so many women has come forward to me privately, of course not in this personal and big space, privately on my DMs, sharing with me things that happened to them, done by people yang tak terjangka, and that is something that I will be sharing later on. Once again, thank you very much, Ustazah Siti. We are making dua for you and the other ustazahs who are implicated in this terrible sexual harassment polling. Semoga dilapangkan dada, diberikan ketenangan dan diberikan apa pun jua setiap bantuan yang diperlukan. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
I mean, thank you, Fiza, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience and my personal story on this issue. And I hope that, I hope that our community and our society will move on from this to a more, better light, inshallah.
Amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you so much, and I hope that I will have the rezeki to meet you one day in person in a different space, and of course to talk to you again whenever you feel better on our our personal girl chat, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Tengok dia, penampilan kau sepenuhnya. Setiap langkah bertenaga, semua tenganga melihatnya. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Let's get ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and girlfriends, 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 Fiza O and girlfriends. Girlfriends, sekarang tak macam dulu. Biar semua orang tahu cerita benar berlaku. Usah kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Let's get ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and girlfriends, 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 Fiza O and girlfriends.
Alright, kita dah sampai ke penghujung bagi Fiza O and Girlfriends, dan semasa akhiri, of course, Fiza O and Girlfriends, saya nak kongsi dengan anda talian bagi Aware. Ini adalah poster lama Aware, dan saya pernah berkongsi sebenarnya ketika saya melakukan berbagai acara-acara berkaitan dengan wanita, talian-talian perlu untuk kita hubungi, dan sometimes it just takes that one day untuk you hubungi dan get another female. I saw I have so many more stories to share, tapi memang saya tak sempat untuk nak screenshot, nak kongsi mana-mana dekat sini. Tapi saya akan kongsi di Facebook saya, juga di Instagram saya. So if you're not following me on my Instagram yet, please follow me on my Instagram, because I'm very active on my Instagram, especially on my IG stories. I actually share quite a lot on my IG stories, the stories yang I tak dapat kongsi di udara secara online on my live. I actually share my IG stories, also on my Facebook page, but more my IG stories. So follow me on my Instagram if you haven't. Kalau you let me know if you want me to do one more of this again next week, untuk I dapat betul-betul screenshot the stories that, because some of the girls say, Fiza, please share my story, tapi memang tak sempat. So what I can share, okay, what can I share right now is this number. This is the number I want to share. This is by Aware, 1-800-777-5555, talian bantuan wanita, dan you can choose to chat with them or tell them to call back. that is your prerogative. Antara cerita yang saya nak kongsi adalah dari seorang wanita ini yang berkongsi tentang bekas suaminya. So saya telah pun block out nama dia di on this page. Salam Fiza. So tentang locker room talk seperti yang telah pun Fiza kongsi. So I shared on my IG story, I shared on my Instagram, I also shared on my Twitter yesterday. Even my ex-husband pernah cerita pasal his ex-best friend, his best friend punya wife macam atraktif lah sangat. Alhamdulillah ada cerai. Lelaki ni kalau dah gatal dengan isteri sendiri pun dia boleh share yang bukan-bukan. Wah. Like he actually shares with his wife, which is you, about his fantasy with another man's wife. So for 17 years Fiza kahwin dengan dia, I tahan dengan perangai dia. So back to the story. Some men ni, kalau diorang dah memang dah biasa sexualize things, it becomes a habit. First I thought as his wife, maybe it's okay, maybe it's human nature. But then bila things that go up to the very disrespectful next level, sampaikan fantasize isteri orang, and my ex-husband ni memang taste dia suka isteri orang. That's when I know that's wrong. Salah. My divorce case was pretty messy sebab includes domestic violence dan financial struggles. But no, Alhamdulillah, and I don't have to see his face anymore. Terima kasih, girlfriend, for sharing with me a story so intimately, to you. Yang ni, maybe you have heard about dates that go wrong. There was so many story. Masya Allah, I cannot remember tadi yang pasal ada yang kerja di sebuah kedai makan segera Singapura. And when I saw that, I just remember of all these 18-year-old girls, 21-year-old girls working part-time in a fast food restaurant like that. And if you're facing it, astaghfirullah, I do not know. Because my sisters, my twin sisters, while they were waiting for their O-level results, also were working at a fast food restaurant. And I cannot imagine if this happens to them, I tell you, I will be going down to that place, I'll be finding that person, I don't know. So anyway, this girl was very young when it happens to her. She says that till today, dia tak balik ke that cawangan of that fast food restaurant. She doesn't want to see that place again, doesn't want to remember that place again, because she remembers it and gets traumatized sampai hari ni. So I will find a story, okay? InsyaAllah. Let me know if you want me to do another sharing of this next week. Maybe I'll get different asatizas, maybe I'll get different professionals to be sharing about how to overcome, or not overcome, but how to live with this trauma. Let me know how you feel about it. Tinggalkan komen-komen awak di YouTube, juga di Facebook saya. So Siti Tia, this is a very good comment. Some guys, Fiza, are just double standard. Diorang buat kat hal orang lain okay, but orang lain mengamuk, dia go like, apa hal? Aku gurau je apa? Tapi bila terkena dekat batang hidung sendiri, terkena dekat their own flesh and blood, they cannot accept. They can joke about other women, but orang lain tak bercakap pasal isteri mereka, anak mereka, tak boleh. Orang lain, diorang buat. Dari Tia di YouTube saya. Okay, so this is a long story. So I am supposed to end my life right now, but 2 more stories before I end my life. Let me know if you want me to do one more segment like this next week. Let me know. Someone's calling me. Oh, ada orang call What's someone calling me Do you want to share a story? Let me know. Hi Fiza, I saw this. I ingatkan polling aja, tapi ada gallery juga. Yes, there's a gallery of all these photos, and that's why the female asatiza feels betul-betul invaded kan, of their privacy kan. Ada yang dah nampak. Okay, baik, terima kasih for sharing with me. This is the number I got awal tadi. So thank you so much Fiza. I thought it was just the polling, tapi ada gallery juga. Astaghfirullahalazim. Hi Fiza, kata Zack, I feel them sebab I have been actively involved as a volunteer, juga befriender untuk young teenager pregnancy crisis and friend who shared the trauma. Okay, dari Zack. So thank you. So okay, next story that I want to share is, hi Kak Fiza, I want to share my story. I actually was dating this guy. He was very nice and good looking. A few months later, after we meet, dia terus went MIA, missing in action. Then he suddenly came up to me and wanted to meet me up. So I agree, kita jumpa di Toa Payoh Central. So bila saya naik motosikal dia tu, I asked him, nak pergi mana? Where are we going? He says, surprise. Oh. Ting, ting, ting. For all the young girls reading this, you have to know that this is one red flag. Surprise. Because you don't know this guy. On the bike, surprise. So I thought he's bringing me for like supper or like a nice surprise sweet date. So I didn't know that this idiot brought me to a hotel near Balestier. I still trusted him, thinking, takkanlah dia nak buat benda meripik, melampau kan. So but my heart was beating so fast. Bila kita duduk atas katil, he pinned me down very forcefully and removed my clothes. I tried to push him away, but he was very strong. When I screamed, he got freaked out. He stopped and changed himself and said sorry and left me at the room. That gave me the chills, and I dressed myself and went down. So another person thought that you were actually a prostitute at the hotel, but obviously you're a victim. And you said, no, I'm not. So I was waiting for my boyfriend. I told him I was waiting for my boyfriend, and I immediately took a taxi and went home. My heart was beating very fast. I couldn't sleep that night. It's been years right now, and I hope I will never see him again. Obviously, this is also another victim that has never shared with anyone what she went through. Apakah traumanya? Apakah ketakutannya? The last story, I kept it for the last sebab this story involved someone where she was very young. So this was a throwback when she was 10 years old. So if you had seen my IG stories tadi kan, yang I cakap pasal, ada yang katakan pasal pakcik dia kan, yang urut dia, yang sentuh bahagian-bahagian dia, dan dengan alasan untuk senang bila datang uzur nanti. At that time she was about 16, 17. So I went on my IG story. I'm like, this is repulsive. And so another lady came up to me. She said, Fiza, this happened to me when I was 10 years old. So if you're ready, let's share the last story of today. And once again, thank you so much to my kind sponsor, to my kind ally, my kind male ally in this girlfriend journey, Agent Azhar Sulaiman. He has believed in my intention of creating a talk show for women before I even, have any numbers to prove or anything to prove or any kind of concept to prove. So thank you to Agent Azhar Sulaiman for supporting my digital journey. So please contact him bila you need any kind of questions, help. Tak perlu nak jual rumah untuk contact him. Tak perlu nak beli rumah sekarang untuk contact him. Any problems about house matters, your loan house matters, just text him, and he is so proactive. Dia akan jawab. He is so kind. Dia akan jawab. 900 44480. So thank you Azhar Sulaiman. So once again, back to this that I wanted to share. Today's topic is about the sexual harassment yang you pernah lalui, that you're too scared to ceritakan, you're too malu nak ceritakan, you don't know whether you will be believed, you tak tahu kalau you can go through the storytelling thing again. This last story, before I close off. Hi Fiza, when I was 10 years old, my dad ada buat tak senonoh to me. I did tell my mom and my husband, tapi I tak ceritakan hal yang sebenar apa yang dia buat. Bila I teringat, I takut. I sedih sangat. I have anxiety sampai sekarang. My parents berpisah semenjak I was 5 years old. I'm now 46 and I still have to be on medication to keep me calm. Untuk I fikir balik apa perkara tak senonoh yang my dad did to me, it was so disgusting. Bila I teringat, I will cry like a baby, and until now, I keep asking myself, why me? I leave you with this story. Thank you so much for watching me live today, for your support. Thank you so much to the lawyer from IRB Law for being with me today, for sharing with me what can a lady do when they identify themselves as being a victim. Thank you to lawyer Shafika from IRB Law. And also thank you to Ustazah Siti, not her real name. Walaupun tengah overwhelmed, very disturbed, emotionally stressed right now, she still took half an hour to be on the line with me, online with me in my talk show. Semoga Allah berkati, semoga Allah permudahkan. Dan untuk for all of those who came out to me, who have never shared it with anyone else perhaps, or shared it with 1 or 2 person, but you're taking this time to share the very thing that you rasa berat sangat nak kongsi dengan anyone else, but you're sharing with me. I thank you for that, and semoga Allah permudahkan. I'm going to see you next week for Fiza O and Girlfriends. Fiza O out. Assalamualaikum.
Tengok dia, penampilan kau sepenuhnya. Setiap langkah bertenaga, semua tengah melihatnya. Pusat kau rasa bimbang, mereka akan membuat kau bahagia. Plus you ready now untuk terima. Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Girlfriends. Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Fiza O and Girlfriends, Girlfriends. Girlfriends, sekarang tak macam